social change is all about how to either move communities to a place where they envision themselves and they want to be, or and societies and the nation as a whole. And the question is always about how you get people there, how you move, whether their behavior changes, societal changes, national change. And American Muslim leadership, I think, is going through changes and transitions. And part of it started with a lot of the leaders, and what was done before was really serving the needs of the local community. People building mosques, providing services, etc., for their own community. And I think that will always be a need, and it will always be something that leaders can provide their own community. But as the identities change, communities become more dynamic, and the needs grow, how and why, how people go about social change, it varies. And there are many different strategies to social change. It could either be from a community organizing perspective, from an advocacy perspective, from community development or social services. And what we've been trying to do through some of our curriculum and education is trying to really help people understand that different end goals, different changes come about from different strategies, and sometimes complementary strategies. And what's important within American Muslim leadership and growing leadership is an understanding of the multiple strategies that exist, and understanding how they're complementary, and also being very clear on which strategy an organization is choosing to move forward in its vision of the world it's trying to create. I think sometimes how we judge our effectiveness or our progress, we tend to do it, but there's different standards we look at. And sometimes we look at things like the amount of money raised, or the number of people we can draw to a banquet, or the number of people on our mailing list. But I think those are just, they're indicators, but they're indicators of something else. I think what we need to be looking at in terms of understanding effectiveness of Muslim civic leaders, but any civic leader in the nonprofit sector, but for this community in particular, is what is it we're trying to accomplish in the world, and how are we trying to get there, and what are those milestones along the way? And that's about understanding what are the desired outcomes in the world. How does the world look different because of your intervention in it? And how are you deliberately trying to intervene in the world and contribute to society in a way that gets you to that ultimate outcome? And I think once we start to look at those things differently, I think it just leads to a much more deeper understanding of American society, of our democracy, of pluralism, of strategies. I think it just leads to a richer and more robust understanding. And as American Muslim citizens, it helps, and community members, it helps us understand what contribution people can offer in trying to bring about that change.